Hey there. Let me talk about this movie called Splice. But before I dive in, be aware that there are some revealing details ahead. So, imagine this. You've got two really smart scientists, Clive Nicolai and Elsa Cast, working their magic in the world of changing DNA at a place called Newstead. They're all about messing with DNA from different animals, trying to create some new life forms for medical reasons. Now, after a lot of trying and failing, Clive and Elsa finally hit the jackpot. They're looking at these strange creatures they've created and say, let's name them Fred and Ginger. These unique organisms were supposed to help make proteins for animal medicine, but here's the catch. Clive and Elsa start thinking, what if we use this unusual DNA mixing technique on humans? Could it be the solution for diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's? Exciting, right? But hold on, because their bosses, Joan Sherratt and William Barlow, aren't happy about the idea. They're like, no way, don't experiment on humans, that's bad news for our company. So, what do Clive and Elsa do? They decide to go all secret and run their experiments in hiding. After some failed attempts, they actually manage to merge a human with an animal successfully. Elsa's really excited about it and takes the genetic material to the birthing room to start the process. Clive's not so sure about this, but Elsa convinces him that they'll get rid of the creature before it's born, so no harm done, right? They start the whole birthing process, and Clive has a talk with a coworker who's curious about what they're doing. Clive's being all secretive and evasive, not revealing the details. Meanwhile, Elsa's watching the incubator, and when the creature's heartbeat disappears for a moment, she gets scared but then breathes a sigh of relief when it returns. Fast forward after work, Elsa and Clive are relaxing at home, talking about moving to a bigger place. Then, out of nowhere, they start talking about having kids, which totally surprises Elsa. But before they can delve deep into that conversation, an alarm on Clive's phone goes off. Off to the lab they go. Guess what? The baby is ready to make its grand entrance, even though it's not supposed to be born for months. Clive and Elsa try to fix the machine and prevent the creature from coming out early, but no luck. In the process, Elsa hurts her hand, and it looks like she's been harmed by the creature. Clive plays the hero, giving her some medicine to get her back to her normal self. All right, so Elsa and Clive head back to their home after the whole creature birthing incident. It's a real surprise for both of them, you know? Clive's all like, let's get rid of this thing. But Elsa's on the, we can still learn from this train. Clive's not changing his mind, though. He's determined to get rid of the critter. So, they head back to the lab, ready to end this creature's life, only to find what looks like a dead body in the incubator. But here's the twist. Upon closer look, Elsa realizes there's a pile of dead flesh, but no complete body. Cue the eerie, quick little footsteps. Surprise! They're face to face with a small bird-like creature, and it's taken a liking to Elsa. They manage to knock the little guy out and start studying it. Strangely, this creature can produce a harmful substance, even though there's no natural enemy trait in its DNA. As time goes on, they figure out this creature is aging too fast due to some DNA issues. Fast forward a month, and this thing has grown quite a bit. It's acting all intelligent, almost like a human toddler. Elsa's getting attached, treating it like her own child. Clive's worried about the experiment getting discovered. Elsa even lets the creature out of its cage and removes its sharp body part. When it spells nerd with toys and spots the company name on Elsa's shirt, she decides to call it Dren, which is nerd spelled backward. Clive and Elsa start disagreeing because of how Elsa's treating Dren, and they're also concerned about their lab getting renovated, which could expose their forbidden experiment. Enter Gavin, Clive's curious brother and lab buddy, who sneaks in to listen secretly, but comes across Dren instead. He runs away quickly. To keep Dren a secret, Clive and Elsa sneak her out in a cardboard box and hide her in a storage place, away from curious eyes. But Dren has a high fever, and Elsa's worried. They put Dren in a cold bath to cool her down, and surprise, she has some unusual lungs. That night, Elsa takes care of Dren, giving her a doll she had to hide from her mom when she was a child. Time flies, and Dren grows bigger, looking more like a woman. Meanwhile, Elsa and Clive get a little romantic on the couch, and guess who's watching from the next room? Yep, it's Dren, the ultimate third wheel. The next day, Clive and Elsa try to show off their original creations, Fred and Ginger, to the public, but it's a total mess. Those two creatures fight, and Ginger decides to switch genders, which leaves everyone puzzled. So, they decide to move Dren to an old farmhouse that belonged to Elsa's mom. When they get there, Dren goes on a food hunt. They set up Dren's new space in the barn, but when they open the farmhouse door, it's like a scene from a scary movie. A shabby, frightening room with a bed, a chair, and a bucket, showing that Elsa had a tough time growing up. Now, Dren's not thrilled with her new life on the farm. Clive's okay with her rebellious behavior, but it worries Elsa. To keep Dren happy, Elsa goes all out with makeup and jewelry, things her mom didn't allow when she was a child. Phew, drama everywhere. Oh, Elsa checks out this makeup table, right? She finds a bunch of drawings of Clive, but not a single one of herself. Dren gets all jittery when Elsa discovers this and rushes off to her cat. But Elsa, being all grown up, takes the cat away, teaching Dren that you can't have everything you want in life, a part of growing up, you know? When Clive comes home and sees Dren all sad, he tries to lift her spirits by turning up some music and dancing with her. But here's where things take a wild turn. While they're dancing, Clive starts feeling some strange emotions for Dren. Turns out Elsa used some of her DNA when they made Dren, and Clive's not okay with it. They have a big argument, and Clive leaves in anger. Once Clive's gone, Elsa decides to give Dren her cat back, but Dren goes and hurts it. Elsa's so angry that she slaps Dren. Dren tries to grab the barn keys to run away, but Elsa knocks her out and straps her down on an operating table. Elsa goes all surgeon mode, taking off Dren's jewelry and clothes, and because of Dren's violent actions, she removes her sharp body part. Then, Clive shows up, and Elsa takes that sharp body part back to the lab to study it. The next day, Clive goes to the farm looking for Elsa, but comes across Dren trying to seduce him. At first, he says no, but he eventually gives in, and they have a romantic moment. During all this, guess what? Dren has her sharp body part back, and that's a game changer. Elsa walks in on them, and it's a major freakout. Clive and Elsa leave for their old apartment, where they have a big argument about Elsa's feelings for Dren. Turns out, Elsa wanted to create a child with Dren because she wanted to have complete control over the kid, probably because of her tough childhood. After their big argument, they return to the farm, and guess what? Dren is dying in her bed. They bury her and burn her clothes. While going through Dren's things, Elsa finds drawings that Dren made of her. But here's where things get crazy. Gavin and Barlow, the snoops from their workplace, figure out their secret. Before they can even talk, Dren appears, looking more like a man, just like Ginger did, meaning she changed genders. Dren becomes aggressive, kills Barlow and Gavin, and goes after Clive. Elsa manages to escape into the woods, but Dren catches up quickly. Dren pins Elsa down and forces her, but Clive intervenes and sticks a stick right through Dren from behind. Dren attacks Clive, and Elsa hits Dren in the head with a rock, ending the creature once and for all. In the aftermath of this whole mess, Elsa is still working for Newstead and has permission to keep doing her protein research using Dren's body. When she stands up, she's pregnant, suggesting that she's carrying Dren's child. Surprising, right? This is where the movie ends. Please like and subscribe.